The racial animus, from my experiences back in the 70s and 80s, it was there, but the hatred towards those of Latino descent is far worse now than then. We have to find out why.
To be white in America.
I don't think being black has changed my view of the American dream.
Your Fellow Americans is a project asking questions about race, immigration, and the American dream. We're just trying to figure out what it means to be American for as many different folks as possible. In December of 2014, Your Fellow Americans joined 3 generations of a Mexican-American family around the dinner table to discuss race, immigration, and the American dream.
I think racism in America today, in a lot of ways, we've come a long ways. So when I think about my parents and grandparents and, you know, the separation and all of those things that they encountered, in a lot of ways, we've come a long ways. In a lot of ways, we're going backwards.
So do you think it's harder to be Latino when you were young versus being Latino at their age?
Even if you go to the movies, you can sit in the middle or in the right side. You have to sit in the left side. All the Mexicans and blacks. Right now, you can sit wherever you want it.
You can go wherever you want.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, but you had to fight for it. I think that the war fixed the whole thing.
The World War II? How did it fix it? Oh, because men fought side by side.
We became one. That's one thing about the Army. If a guy calls you something, you crack him. See, yeah. And then a couple of times, 2 guys did. The captain called us over. What happened? This guy called me this. You tell him, don't ever call him that again. Never did. Neither did the other one. Neither did anybody else. We became brothers.
I think with diversity and racial issues, I think it's been, and I wouldn't say that it's getting all the way better, but I think it's much better than it previously was, like in my grandparents' generation.
I don't think that I've experienced discrimination, but I feel like I've been stereotyped with people at school saying that just by the look of me, I can speak Spanish, which I don't speak Spanish.
In middle school years, this one incident happened where I was called a beaner, and just because I wouldn't give this one dude a pencil, I guess. And I didn't know actually what it meant, so I asked my mom. She said it was just another word for a Mexican, another hurtful word for Mexican that shouldn't be used, but it's pretty used right now.
Now, times have changed. Certainly when I was a child, it wasn't as bad in my eyes as it is now to be a Latino. We often see now, in this day and age, there's a lot of hatred out there. A lot of hatred just because of the way you look.
There's many people that probably still look at me without knowing me and assume we're here as a race, meaning the Latino community, just to get and not give, and that's not necessarily true.
Just because of the way you talk. A lot of fear. In my opinion, a lot of it is socioeconomic. If one is having difficulty economically, and if one is having difficulty socially, they're going to blame someone, and they have to seek out and throw that anger towards others. Who do they go after? The weakest. It would be immigrants. And it's not just the recent immigrants. You can go back to history. It's always been that way. Any immigrant group that came in a large wave always experienced what we're experiencing now.
You know, I mean, I can't deny that it affects you. And I can't deny that somebody not having the same experience couldn't understand it. You know, but we really do have to figure out what we do with it. And that's kind of the thing with my kids, is that they're always going to understand not everyone's going to like them. And when we talk about this all the time, because they are Hispanic, or because they do have a certain last name, or because, you know, they have dark hair versus, you know, something else. But we tell them, you know, you have to move through that.
According to the Caudillo household, racism in the United States has gotten worse for Latinos. Ryan Caudillo wants to know why. Are Latinos simply bearing the brunt of our nation's troubles like other immigrant groups in our history? Or is it something else? Let's talk about it. Comment below or visit kcpt.org/yourfellowamericans.